Showtime. What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 11 of the Toxic Fandom podcast. I'm Mav. I'm here with Sebi. What's going on, bud?
Another day.
Another day, another podcast.
Another pod.
Another show with three less hosts.
Is it just gonna be us from now on? Because
Hey,
one
that's all
guy we
right.
haven't heard from in weeks, and then
Yeah.
the other guy.
One guy might be dead. One guy's out with his grandma. That's Matt. Matt's taking his grandma to a Knicks game tonight. Who the hell? Did you ever take your grandma anywhere? Like ever?
Besides the doctor or to a dinner?
Yeah, besides the doctor or dinner, yeah, or Denny's for the early bird special.
Early bird special.
Yeah.
No, can't say I have.
No, I don't think so. But he's taking his grandma to a Knicks game of all places. Good for
Wow.
him.
Good.
And Joe just
How old
doesn't.
is
Joe just
grandma?
doesn't like it. I don't know. Why, you interested?
Maybe she's young. I don't know.
Hey, yeah, you never know.
Hey, you never know.
Subscribe to us on YouTube and Instagram and hit that bell. Please hit the subscribe button. If you're listening out there, listener, take the time, hit the subscribe button. Tell us what you think. Comment on the videos. Let us know your opinions. Talk to us in the chat. We do this live every Wednesday night. At least Sebi and I do for the most part. If Sebi ever decides to sleep late, I'll do it by myself. I don't care. I don't mind. I'll do it solo. But Sebi's been here consistently.
Yeah.
So subscribe, hit that bell on YouTube. And if you can't watch us on YouTube, hit us up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, SoundCloud. Check us out on Instagram and on Facebook, Toxic Fandom Podcast. You can see it underneath my picture there. Once these banners go away, you can see it. There it is, like Toxic Fandom Podcast. But tonight, we want to talk about the Penguin season finale, which was very, very entertaining. But we'll get to that in a minute. But that is going to be the main topic of the show tonight. We have some news here. We have some good news. We got some sad news.
Sad news.
We'll start with the sad news. Get it out of the way, if
Yeah.
that's okay. If that's all right with you. Okay, poor Uncle Joey from Full House, Dave Coulier, legendary. I don't know, legendary actor, but a family favorite.
There is a legend about him, but I don't know if it's true or not.
What, that it's down to his knee, or what?
I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Alanis Morissette.
But that's a legend about you, I heard.
That Alanis Morissette song.
Yes.
It's supposedly about him.
Yes. She did date him for a while. That is confirmed. She there's a really good documentary on Alanis Morissette that was on HBO Max. I'm not sure if HBO Max still has it. I think it was on HBO Max. It was definitely on one of those cable channel streaming services. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill documentary was a really good documentary. That's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And did you know that the drummer from the Foo Fighters was her drummer initially? I forget his name.
Travis?
Yeah, Travis, the guy with the long blonde hair.
Yeah.
That was her original drummer.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, and the Foo Fighters stole him from Alanis Morissette, which I thought was pretty cool. I found that out in the documentary. But yeah, she dated him. She dated Dave Coulier, I guess, while he was in the height of his fame in Full House. Full House, as a kid, I never missed a single episode. I don't know about you.
Yeah, same here.
And I tried showing it to my kids. My daughter liked it. She got, because it was on Netflix. They put it on Netflix after the Fuller House show came on. And my daughter started getting into it, but my son doesn't like anything, so he didn't get into it. But
yeah, I tried showing him some old shows like that. Boy Meets World, Full House, Family Matters. Never really. I don't think kids today have the attention span to watch shows like that anymore.
That's true. My daughter liked it though. My daughter also liked Are You Afraid of the Dark? Remember that show on Nickelodeon?
sounds familiar, but I
It was like a
don't.
weekly spooky episode. It was like a weekly spooky show where they all gathered around a fire. Like it was like all kids, like tweens, and they would all
Okay,
gather around a fire and they would tell a spooky story,
okay.
and
And then
that would be the
they'd
whole
have
episode.
somebody acting it out or whatever.
Yeah, then they would have a dramatization of the story. Or whatever. It was like a Twilight Zone for kids.
Oh,
I
that's
think.
cool.
Like that's how
Yeah,
I would.
oh, you know what? I actually showed him that he liked recently Bobby's World.
Oh,
I watched.
really? I never watched Bobby Lee, but I know of it. Wasn't that
Yeah,
what's his face from Deal or No Deal?
yeah. Howie Mandel
Howie Mandel. Right.
animated show. Yeah, he really likes that. I showed him the Halloween special a few
Oh,
weeks
okay.
ago, and he liked it. And then yesterday I showed him the Thanksgiving special.
Nice.
It's a
Yeah, I
good
think
show.
we were a little too old for that at that point, I think. But
Bobby's World?
yeah, I think I was aging out of cartoons by the time Bobby's World came out, I think. Or it was either that or I hated his voice. His voice was like,
Yeah, you probably hated his voice because it was on around the same time as like Animaniacs and stuff like that. I don't know if you watched those.
BX
Anyway,
Gunner, what's up, buddy? He's here.
there he is.
He says, "Are you afraid of the dark?" and Erie, Indiana. I remember the name Erie, Indiana, but I don't remember ever watching that. I'm assuming that
Yeah,
was
that was
another
a good
show.
show. That and Pete too. That was another really good show.
And I think Goosebumps had their own show too. I think
Yes, they did. Now
something
they're
like
having
that.
like these movies for Goosebumps
Mm,
on Disney Plus. They're doing all these like well, the Goosebumps had like villain of the week or story of the week
okay.
shows, but now they're doing like movies on Disney Plus.
Yeah. BX Gunner
Anyway,
says, has anyone asked Alanis how she feels? Yeah, I'm sure she, gave him a phone call and hopefully she's wishing him best.
yeah.
But who knows? But we are wishing him best. We hope that Uncle Joey has a full recovery from stage 3 non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Stage 3 ain't good. You don't want to be in
No.
stage 3 or 4. Stage 3 and 4 is not good. But hopefully he beats it.
Yeah.
They're getting a lot better with the treatments these days.
Yes, they are. You know,
So they can really
your
extend your
story.
life.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. This guy
Which
won the lottery. John Kaczynski, named the sexiest man alive. Jim from The
Huh.
Office.
I worked with a guy years ago at Barney's who went to high school with him.
Oh, really? Where'd he
Yeah.
grow up?
In Boston.
In Boston?
Yeah.
All right. I mean, he's good looking. I think Chris Hemsworth is better. Is more good looking. I don't know if he was ever sexiest man alive. He's pretty average, dude. He's a handsome average guy, I think.
Yeah,
But good for
I
him.
guess. He's not
Seems
like
like a
a
nice guy.
supermodel looking guy or whatever. I don't know.
Who were some past winners of this? Let's look that up.
Okay, let's see.
Past winners of
Let me take some
sexiest
guesses.
man alive. Okay.
George
That's
Clooney.
hold on.
All right.
Relax. Cool your jets. Let's see.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's sorry.
Sorry.
Let's see it. Is it going to give me a list or is it going to be stupid? It's just going to give me covers. Okay, so it's only going to give me 39 of them. So, and
All
it's
right.
giving, I have to scroll through them. So let me
Okay.
see. Can I just name them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Name them. Yeah, it's going to be easier that way. So Patrick Dempsey. Let me share this with you. I can share this with you. We're going to lose all of our listener because we're talking about sexy guys. And I don't think any ladies listen to us. It's all dudes. Patrick Dempsey, this guy's pretty sexy. I'll give it to him. He should have won. He deserves it. I give it to Patrick Dempsey.
All right, next.
Chris Evans. I don't know about this guy.
No,
I don't know.
Doesn't do it for you.
He's all right. He's not my type. I rather Patrick Dempsey. Look at him with his gray hair. I love it.
You like the old Silver Fox, huh?
Yeah, Chris Evans is all right. He's a good looking dude, especially as Captain America. Now, this guy is Mr. Normal to me, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, it's about his personality, I guess. Right?
I guess it
Makes you
bumps him
laugh.
up. Michael B. Jordan, handsome dude, ripped.
So is it just guys in Marvel movies? Like, what's going on here?
Was Patrick Dempsey in a Marvel movie?
Well, okay, besides him, but everybody, the next three.
besides that guy. Who is this? John Legend? No way.
No,
Get out of here. Forget about it, John Legend.
forget
Go get
about.
another jab.
Yeah, go to another
Idris
titty
Elba.
party.
Idris Elba. He's a good looking dude. He should have
He
been
was
the
in
next.
Marvel.
Was he?
Yeah, he
As
was in
what?
Thor.
Oh, he was. He was in Thor. You're right. You're right. He should have been the next James Bond. I would have liked to
Yeah,
seen him as James Bond. That would have been a good. That would have been a good choice.
that would have been a good one.
Blake Shelton. All right. South representing, I guess. He's really tall. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. All right. David Beckham. All right. Yeah. Can't argue that, right? Am I right? Oh, there he is. There's Thor. Chris Hemsworth.
There he is.
There he is. He had to be on
All
there,
right.
right? Adam
Well, that's
Levine. Yeah. He's a good
six.
choice. Channing Tatum. He was never in a Marvel movie, was he?
Yes, he was. He was Gambit.
Right. All right. What about Bradley Cooper? I don't think
Not
so.
yet.
No, he
Not
was
yet.
Rocket Raccoon.
See a trend.
Rocket. Holy shit. Who's next? Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool.
Deadpool. There you go.
Johnny Depp. Well, he's in the Disney universe, but I don't think he was in a Marvel movie.
No.
I don't think he was in a Marvel movie. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. Matt Damon. What about Matt
He
Damon?
was in a Marvel movie. He was in Thor.
Oh, that's right. He had a cameo in Thor. George Clooney. You knew he had to be one. He was Batman.
Yeah.
But not Marvel. Matthew McConaughey. I don't think he was in a superhero movie yet.
Not yet.
Not
He's
yet.
too cool to be in superhero movies.
This guy wasn't he? Was Jude Law in one? Who am I thinking of? Who was in Captain Marvel? That kind of reminds me of Jude Law, but
he's in Captain Marvel.
He is, right? Okay, that's him. Johnny Depp again. Wow, look at Johnny Depp making it twice. Who's this? Ben Affleck. He was Daredevil.
That's right.
Pierce Brosnan. There's a James Bond for you. There's a James Bond. Yeah, he was. Bond. Oh no, he was in a superhero movie though. He was in the Black Adam movie.
Yeah,
I think he was in Black Adam as Mr. something. Brad Pitt. Was he in a Marvel movie yet? He should be eventually.
No, he's never been in a Marvel.
Okay, Richard Gere. Harrison Ford. He's the Hulk. Can't believe that.
I know.
George Clooney again. He was twice for him. Denzel. Brad Pitt. Richard Gere and Cindy Crawford. Sexiest couple alive. Nick Nolte. What? They were fucking. That's a stretch. Holy crap, Nick Nolte. Strong, sensitive, and squared away at last. He's a man's man that women can't resist. Okay.
Okay.
You say so, people. Patrick Swayze. He was a good one. There's my man. There's my man, Tom. 1990. Tom Cruise. Oh, Sean Connery. They put him on the cover. He's just slapping bitches all over the place, and they put him on the cover. Do you think he rolled this magazine up and beat women with it? Bet you he did.
Probably.
John F. Kennedy Jr. That's enough of this, I think. Yeah. I don't know anybody. We're going far back now. Is that Mel Gibson down there? Look at Mel Gibson back in 1985.
Yeah, he looks super young.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, we got six comments we got to read here. Let's see. Billy Judd, what's up, man? How are you?
What's up, Billy?
Good to see you. BX Gunner says he has that dumb look though. LOL. Like he's slow. I don't know who you're referring to.
Me? Is he talking about me?
Could be you. BX Gunner, he'd be perfect for an autistic Superman franchise. Jeez. Who are you talking about, Gunner? We read a lot of names just now. Billy just says Marvel is Disney. Yeah. Brad Pitt cameoed in Deadpool 2 as Vanisher. That's right. He was. Oh. He wasn't Deadpool. So there you go. He was in there. And Gunner's just laughing. Tell us who you were talking about. The autistic Superman. Jeez. That's harsh. But all right. So that was that news. I'm glad that turned into something. Didn't think that was going to turn into anything. Lady Gaga.
Oh, the new winner. The new winner of the Sexiest Man. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, Krasinski. He doesn't look autistic. I don't know. What
Not
do
that
I
there's
know?
anything wrong with that,
Yeah, not
but
there's anything wrong with that. Lady Gaga is gonna join the cast of Wednesday season 2.
are
I
they
didn't see
filming
Wednesday
in
season
Europe?
1.
Are they filming that in Europe?
We could read the article if you like from Rolling Stone.
Okay, she
Musician and
said she
actress will
was
make a cameo in the popular Jenna Ortega-led Netflix series. Why do you think? What was she supposed to move or something?
she's supposed to move.
Uh, there's a really good meme of two like Canadian like mounted like what do you call them? Mounties? Do you call them Mounties?
Yeah, Mounties.
And one's like, "Hey, you see any celebs yet?" And he was like, "Nope, not yet," because they're supposed to be fleeing to Canada.
Yeah.
They're at the border. But yeah, so Lady Gaga, she doesn't even look like Lady Gaga. Look at that face, dude.
Looks like
What is
Marilyn
she?
Manson there.
What did she? Yeah, she does. What did she do to her face? She's got no eyebrows. Oh man, I hate
Her
when women do this. I really hate
yeah.
when women do this to themselves, man.
She got looks like she got, like, cheek inject like, I don't know
Oh
what
yeah,
she did.
her cheeks, her nose is different. Her nose is a lot different.
Yeah, she
Oh,
looks
that sucks.
wow. She was a very pretty girl. I don't know what the hell she's doing.
And Gunnar says, "Damn, now the series is ruined." I never watched it. Was it good?
I
I wonder
never
if it was
watched it.
good. It's
Never
people
watched
said it was good. People liked the Jenna
it. Yeah.
Ortega girl a lot. She was okay in Beetlejuice. She wasn't the best part of that movie, but Billy Jet says
I
he's been binging Penny Dreadful. I've never seen Penny Dreadful either. That I heard people do like that show though. I've heard of BX Gunner actually says that, not Billy.
mm,
But yeah, I've heard good things about that. But damn, man, why'd you do that to her face?
maybe that's
She's so
the makeup
she's so
she's
young
wearing.
too. No, that's not
Yeah,
the makeup. Makeup doesn't make you look like that.
maybe it's a prosthetic or something.
Um, so yeah, she's wearing a prosthetic.
You never know.
I don't have a picture of this, but this was really funny when I heard this. So the Wicked movie is getting some bad press to begin with,
Oh,
and
yeah.
this new thing did not help at all. So the main one of the main actresses in Wicked came out and voiced her opinion about a fan made poster that was made, and she was very upset. We talked about this on the
Yeah,
podcast
we
a
talked
couple of
about it a
weeks
few
ago.
weeks ago.
Yeah, and she was very mad and calling people racist because of the poster and stuff like that. And you never want that kind of stuff before the movie comes out. I don't know what gets in the head of these celebrities, but then Mattel, I think it was Mattel, the
Yeah.
toy company, who was making all the toys for Wicked, the movie, on the back of the box put, visit wicked.com for more Wicked stuff, more Wicked, more, Oz stuff or whatever. And little did they know that that's the wrong website. Now I can't type in wicked.com and show you what's on that website, but wicked.com is a pornographic company that makes pornos and adult movies. And that is probably not what Mattel wanted people to go visit on the back of the box. The
Yeah.
real website is wickedmovie.com. And boy, was that a big mistake. Holy cow. So,
So that meme that we always hear, I think I downloaded the wrong version, and then it's always like a sexy like stormtrooper or something like that. Finally came true.
yes. Billy Joe says, was it Ariana Grande or Cynthia Erivo? It was Cynthia Erivo who was calling people racist. She was the one that got mad because they changed the way her face looked on the poster. They covered her face up with so on the real poster, she's like just staring at the camera like this, but on like the original theatrical poster, her hat's
The
down and it's
Broadway
menacing.
play.
The Broadway play, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Gunner
they
says, I
made
bet.
they
Yeah,
made I'm just letting them know. They made the theatrical poster to look like to mimic the Broadway play. That's all
right.
they did.
And apparently that was racist because it took away her identity or something like that. I don't know. Gunner says, I bet Wicked hasn't had this much traffic since the early 2000s. I want to bet that those types of websites have the most traffic out of any websites on the internet. Because I have this theory that not even a theory, it's just we as humans take the best technology in the world, like this internet thing that we have, and we use it for the completely wrong reasons. Like I would say 90% of all internet traffic has to be to sites like that, you know, and whatever. It is what it is. Billy Jet says, did she think they needed her to look like Margaret Hamilton? I don't know what she was thinking, dude. People are crazy. That's another thing I had on our list here. So celebs are losing their freaking minds. After this, like celebs are already losing their minds over the past couple of months, years, weeks. But ever since the election last week, like, dude, it's nuts. It's crazy. George Clooney's like giving up on life. Like he's like, I'm quitting life. I'm quitting everything. I'm quitting politics. Like no one ever wanted you in politics anyway. That's the problem.
Yeah.
People are not interested in anything you do other than act like someone else in a movie. That's all we want from you, right?
Yeah.
I don't want, and like seriously, like I'm the biggest Tom Cruise fan in the world. I love Tom Cruise. Everyone knows that. I don't want to hear about Tom Cruise's politics, whether they align with mine or not. I don't care. Like I really don't care. Like Sebi doesn't even care. He's going off the screen. He's like, I'm done with this crap. But yeah, like all these celebs are coming out, and the new one that like this girl. Oh my god, she does not stop. This chick, this Rachel Zegler girl, the girl who's going to be the new Snow White.
What she do now?
She friggin' made a big post. I mean, it's a big long post. I find myself speechless in the midst of this. Another 4 years of hatred, blah 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 blah. And at the end, it says, "I may Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." That was how she ended. It's a long diatribe on X, right? But the last sentence is, "May Trump supporters and Trump voters and Trump himself never know peace." It's one thing to say, "Listen, I don't like this guy. I think he's going to ruin America." La 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 la. But then you have to go and say, "I hope all his supporters and voters never know peace." Like, why are you doing that? Like, do you really not want anyone to go see your movie? Like, I don't get it.
I'm sure Disney's really happy about that.
God, like, just shut up. No one freaking cares. You're just a normal person. You're nothing special. You're a normal person. And I don't care about normal people's opinions. Oh, enough.
The thing that's crazy is like these people are so out of touch. Like they have no idea what the average person is doing, thinking, trying to pay their bills, trying to send their kids to school. Like they have no idea. They're so out of touch. They sit behind their fucking mansions and in their mansions and just preach to us and tell us how we should act and who we should vote for. Just shut up and play make pretend, okay? Thanks.
Like Michael Keaton came out with a friggin' video. Like, dude, just be Batman. That's all I want to know you as is Batman. Just enough. BX Gunner says, I need you to act nothing more. 100%. Yep. That's all we need. That's all we need, man. Yeah. So that's that. That's all the news I really have for tonight. I really don't have any other news. It's hard to find like good news these days. Like I go to all these websites and try to find something, but it's not easy to try to find news. It's mostly just like these websites kissing the butt of these film studios.
Yeah.
But anyway, Billy Joe, what's he say here? It says, I think they should have added Jitterbug, a cut character from The Wizard of Oz, into Wicked. Well, maybe you never know. Maybe they did. I don't know who Jitterbug is, but maybe they did. Maybe they'll surprise you. You never know.
Now I have that Wham song stuck in my head.
Jitterbug. Boom. That's not. I don't think it's called Jitterbug, is it?
I know, but they say that in the beginning.
Do they, or is that the commercial? That's a commercial for like an old people phone.
No, that's Wham. Yeah, that is a commercial for old people for their phones, right? It's for the phone with the giant buttons. But
the Jitterbug flip.
Yes. But wake me up before you go.
They say Jitterbug at the beginning?
Yeah, they go the Jitterbug.
Do they?
Yes. Now it's stuck in my head.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
funny.
Billy.
I hope Trump supporters never end hearing Jitterbug in their head.
Zoolander.
I think that about the Zoolander gas station scene.
Oh yeah, that's such a great scene. Oh my God.
Did they say they sing Jitterbug in that too?
Yeah, they sing that Wham song.
Oh, I haven't
and then
seen
they
that movie
start
in
pouring
25 years.
gasoline. They start pouring gasoline on each other. Oh my god! And then one of them lights a match to light a cigarette, and they blow up.
Oh, jeez.
I love that movie. It's so
I haven't seen it
stupid.
in so long.
Yeah,
I
it's a
haven't
good
seen
one.
that in so long.
They
All
can't
right,
make
so
movies like that anymore.
no, they can't. Well,
No,
funny ones.
yeah.
So wasting time. I think this is gonna be a fairly quick wasting time tonight. So what do you
Yeah,
got? Or do you have a is yours better?
I got a little thing. So just last night actually,
Hmm.
um, hanging out. Me and my son are hanging out in his room, and I have him cleaning up his toy chest or whatever, and
Yeah.
he's looking through his books, and then he has like a section of baseball cards and stuff. And about like 2 years ago, we went to this candy store down in it's like on the border of Chinatown and Village. It's called Economy Candy, and they have candy that you haven't seen in like 20 years, like candy from all over the world. It's a really cool store, right?
Hmm.
And they sell old baseball cards, comic book cards like that we used to collect when we were
Oh,
kids.
cool.
So he's like, "Oh, I want to buy some cards." I'm like, "Sure, go ahead, knock yourself out. Just don't chew the gum." Um, so he picked up a few packs of cards, and he picked up a Topps
Yeah.
1994
Hmm.
um, MLB baseball cards, right?
Yeah.
And we opened them up, and we looked through them, and we had a few good. Like he was looking for some Mets players. We got a few players, whatever. Nobody from the Mets. But he did get this Jose Canseco card right here.
Oh, nice. Is it a
Okay,
rookie
right?
card?
No. So
Oh,
last night he he's looking through his cards, and he's like, "Oh, is this worth anything?" So I was like, "Oh, let's take a look." So he gave me a stack of cards, and first
yeah.
card 99 cents, second card a
Hmm.
dollar 50. And then I was
Hmm.
like, "Oh, Jose Canseco. Let's see. I mean, he was a good player. Let's see." Google it.
I guess.
I Google it, and the first hit I see is Jose Canseco era card,
Ooh,
$3,500. I was like,
no way.
"What?"
No way. You got it?
So then I'm scrolling, I'm looking through everybody else, like 2,000,
Yeah.
5,000.
Oh my god.
So
What's
I
the
like,
error?
I don't, it's something on the back. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know what the error is. I don't
It
see
should tell
anything
you.
on here.
Okay.
I think maybe the stat is wrong on something, but yeah. So I'm gonna bring this to I don't know
All
what I
right.
should do with it.
All right. We're gonna
Have you
figure
ever
this
sold
out right
baseball
now.
cards? Huh?
Or I said we're gonna figure this out right now.
All right.
What is the error on Jose Canseco card? Let me share my screen here. Maybe we can let's do some
Let's do
investigative
some
journalism.
investigation. Yeah, there we go.
All right. This is a rare and unique 1989 Topps Jose Canseco trading card that displays an ink error on the backside. This card
Okay.
features the stats of Jose Canseco, which were cut off due to due to the ink error. It is the original vintage card made of cardstock and is part of the Major League Baseball league. So let's see if we can find a picture of said card. That doesn't really show me much. Stats cut off. Where are the stats cut off? All right, well, here, does your card look like this? This is the error card.
Mm-hmm.
So it has year and club 85, 86, 87, 88. You have all those?
Uh-huh.
All right. Does it go from left to right? Games, at bats, runs, hits, doubles,
Yep.
triples, home runs, RBIs, stolen bases, slugging, base on ball, strikeouts, average?
Yep.
And what about at the bottom there? Home runs, April, May, June, July, August, September?
Yes.
Hmm. Can you see any difference on your card compared to this card?
I can't see it's kind of small in that picture. It looks exactly the same and as that one.
Oh, I don't.
I was like studying both
Oh
cards.
shit! I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm looking at a different screen. Sorry about that. There we go. Does yours look exactly like that?
Exactly like that.
Well,
Exactly like that.
apparently this is the error card.
Yeah.
Somebody is
So
selling this for $1,500.
yeah, it's exactly like that.
Hmm.
And then
What about up here? He's showing this for some reason. Is that like that too?
yep. I think he's just showing the corners that they're like in mint.
Yeah. Let's see his description here on. I didn't realize I had it, but now knowing I need the money, things aren't going great. Lost my job, got to pay the bills. Sebby, is this you?
I still have a job, but still things aren't going great still. Looks exact. I
my
sent it
God.
to one of my. I sent the picture to and one of the guys selling their card.
Yeah,
One of my good friends who's like uh big into baseball. He
yeah.
said that's it. That's the card.
Wow. So you better
Yeah,
put it in some real good glass, man.
I do. I got a case right here.
All right. That's good. That's funny.
Yeah. So
Holy
I
shit.
know. Just out
Card
of
frame.
nowhere, he's like, "Oh, is this worth anything?"
Gunner says get it graded. Send it out to get it graded. What company does that? What company grades baseball cards?
I'm
You got
not
to
gonna do
find that
that.
out.
It costs so much money to get stuff graded.
Yeah, but it's not gonna, dude. If it's worth $2,000, it's only gonna be worth $2,000 if it's graded. It ain't worth
Yeah.
crap if it's just sitting in your house. You gonna
Well, I'm
sell it?
gonna. Yeah, why not?
Well, you should definitely. What's it gonna cost you? $40 to get it graded?
Oh, I thought it was more than that to get it graded.
How much to get a baseball card?
Well, I don't think it's gonna be 5 grand. This card. I mean, it's in good condition, but like the one of the corners is a little wonky.
Standard service costs $15 to grade a single card.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna do it for $15.
No, for sure, I'll do it for $15.
I mean, that's the lowest. I'm sure there's higher,
Yeah,
ones or whatever. But man, that's great. Good for
yeah,
you.
it's so funny, man.
That's
Like,
awesome.
yeah.
It's like me selling my friggin' ornaments.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And
You
then,
know?
one of my favorite reality shows. The only reality show I ever actually liked is back. It premiered last night again. Season 12. I've been watching this damn show for 12 years of
Yeah.
The Curse of Oak Island on the History Channel.
Oh. Well, we got our episode for next week.
All right.
We're gonna rank our top 10 favorite reality TV shows.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I love that show. Like from the beginning, I was hooked on it. Just the whole premise of like searching for like Templar
Hmm.
treasure on a island in Nova Scotia, and
Yeah.
they barely find anything. But whenever they do find stuff, you're like, oh, "This is it. This is the episode. They're gonna find something." Been saying that for 12 years.
That's when the season
Uh,
ends, when they finally find something. That's when the whole
yeah,
show is over. So you don't want them to find anything. Have you ever watched Ancient Apocalypse?
yeah.
That's an okay show. I just started watching that. It's pretty
Is
good.
it still new episodes or is it on like re-
There are new episodes, but
okay.
it just got put on Netflix, so that's why I started
Oh,
watching it.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. That guy, I forget his name. He's always on Joe Rogan. He's on Joe Rogan like once a month, that dude. The main scientist guy in that movie, in that show.
Oh, okay.
Forget his name.
Yeah.
He's really interesting. What I do? Oh, I'm hiring somebody to put up some Christmas lights for me for the first time ever.
Wow. You don't want to
So,
break your neck this year?
well, here's the thing. I have a pretty tall house, right? The
Yeah.
house has to be, I have a 40-foot ladder and it doesn't reach the peak of the house. So the house has to be 42, 43 feet probably. And I hang a wreath at right below where the where the peak is on my house. I've installed a hook, and I hang a wreath up there every year. But I've always wanted to put lights on the roof line, like the way they're when they're
Yes.
professionally done. They look so nice because they put them in perfect order and they're all pointing the same direction. When I put them up, they're all friggin', some
Yeah.
are pointing left, some are pointing right, some are going up, some are going down. So I called up this guy he put a sign in our neighborhood, and I called him up. I was like, hey, I just want you to do the roof line, and I want you to do above the porch, and maybe something on the shrubs and the bushes. I'll do the rest because I have like these pillars that I always wrap with garland,
Yeah.
like lit garland, and we put up like smaller wreaths and stuff. And then I asked him, I was like, while you're up there, can you put up the wreath? He's like, yeah, sure. So it's like $500, and it's gonna be his lights. He's gonna come up. He's gonna get up on the friggin' 40-foot roof, and I'm not gonna have to do anything. And it's just gonna be money well spent, I think, and it's gonna look nice.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if Mike was here, he'd be telling me that I'm a loser or whatever, that I should be doing it myself. And I kind of agree with him. But
Yeah, just
I figured
set up your
I get
40-foot ladder. Put your 40-foot ladder on
on the
the
back of my
garbage
truck.
can. Give you a few extra inches. Be a man.
I've put it in the bed of my pickup truck once. Like I put
Yeah.
the bottom of the ladder into the bed of the pickup truck and then leaned it up against the house. That was fucking dangerous. But
Yeah.
the things you do for money, right? Am I
Yeah.
right? All right. So that's all I have for wasting time. So the main topic tonight, and we got to it early. Look at that. We're not even at 40 minutes. We're at a main topic already. Season 1 finale of The Penguin on HBO Max. Now, we got a comment here. Let's see what that is. Hey, look at this guy. Heading from the Knicks game, Matt. That means you're coming home. Grandma got on the jumbotron. No shit.
Oh,
The kiss. You
wow.
get on the kiss cam. You and Grandma give each other a smooch.
Give you old smooch on the cheek.
Oh, give me those cheeks, little Maddie. Good for you, man. Good for Grandma.
Was
That's
she
awesome.
doing the gritty? That's how she got on the jumbotron.
Is that the gritty this thing?
I think so.
I don't know how to do it. My kids do
I don't
it.
know either.
He's heading home. All right. Well, if you're heading home and you get in and we're still on, by all means, you can download the StreamYard app if you want. I gave you the link. You can come on right now. You can stream from wherever you are. Just download the StreamYard app and put the link in that I sent you. You can come on. But I'm glad. You ever see there's a reel or a short or whatever out there of the girl who's she wins the kiss me cam or whatever, and they find her on kiss cam and she just like makes believe she's going down on her boyfriend. It's like, holy shit. And then it just pans to some like old lady behind her, like, oh my god, what is this girl doing? It's horrible. But so I found this article from Esquire magazine that kind of like gives a synopsis of the finale, and I figured it might help us just to kind of get through the chronological order of the episode, because I don't remember a lot of stuff. But before we get to that, overall, what did you think? But non-spoilers, what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was great. It paid off a lot of stuff that they've been teasing throughout the series, and it really showed, like, kind of throughout the series. I don't know about you, but I was kind of rooting for this guy. Like, I know he's a bad guy, like kind of like what you used to root for Tony Soprano, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of rooting for him. You kind of like, you want him to defeat the Hangman, whatever her name is,
Sophia.
And
Mm-hmm.
but at the end, you're like, oh, this guy is a despicable dirtbag. Like, I hate this guy.
Yeah,
He's an asshole.
I
He
was
is a
gonna say,
real garbage.
like your whole attitude changes
Yeah,
towards him because of what he does.
yeah.
And yeah, it's a tough one. And I think it made the episode so good.
It made
It
the
made
series so good,
it made it so good, man.
and it
Gunner
props
just
him up
BX is
to be like
Penguin
a
is an asshole.
serious foe for Batman in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me bring up this, and I agree with you. I think it was an excellent ending. It was a great finale. That a lot of these shows don't know how to complete a season very well.
Hmm.
I think more often than not, they end the season better than they end the actual show. Right? I don't think there's ever been a perfect ending of a show. Game of Thrones fucked it up.
Yeah.
Seinfeld kind of fucked it up.
Yeah.
Um, but this is a great end to a season. Um, Gunner says Penguin is an asshole. Yes, he is. Yes, he
Yeah.
is. But let me bring up this article, and we don't have to read the article like verbatim or anything like that. I
Hmm.
think it'll just help us get through the
Yeah.
chronological order here. So it says they open the episode. The Penguins' rival Sofia Gigante leveled the city. Right, so she blew up. She drove a bomb into the underground drug lair of the Penguin in the season in episode 7 and blew it up. And it was funny because like he survives the blast because of that tunnel that he locked his brothers in. Did you
Yeah.
realize that?
Yeah.
So we know that Oz killed his brothers by locking them into a tunnel in the sewer system, and the sewer flooded, and the kids drowned. And he ends up to avoid the blast of the bomb that Sophia had. He dives into that tunnel and is saved, which I guess is
Ironic.
ironic,
Isn't
right?
it ironic? Don't you think?
Isn't it ironic?
Hendrix
Oh, we're
Gin
going back to.
unveils Hendrix Grand
Oh
Cabaret,
God, I have like ads
a
on this thing or
sensual
something.
cabaret
What's
bestowing
Yeah, hit the mute button.
Are you
Nah,
going to
it's just
wicked.com again? What's going on here?
yeah.
witted souls.
The Esquire's
New Hendrix
playing
Grand
ads.
Cabaret, deliciously fruity,
Um,
alluringly Hendrix.
He leveled the entire city. Oz survives the explosion. Vic attempts to curry favor with the gangs that toasted to Oz in episode 6. Sophia's henchmen kidnap the Penguin. He wakes up in a bar, hogtied, and Sophia and her crew are there, and so is his mom. Now, before he wakes up in this bar, I think there's a flashback to him with his mom
Yes.
at that bar when he was a kid.
Yeah.
And I loved
Dr. Rush is like hypnotizing her to get her to having her relive her memories and get dirt on Oz.
right. They want dirt on Oz, and they get the dirt they wanted.
Yeah.
Right. It says Frances Cobb, which is Oz's mom, is trapped underneath Rush's neon hypotherapy. Trippy flashbacks ensue. Frances appears at her current age, and that's when you kind of knew that it was something was going on, because they flashed back to when Oz was a kid, but the mom is an old lady, right?
Hmm.
So you knew it wasn't right.
She's reliving it.
Right, and she's reliving the moments of her past, and she's telling them without knowing she's telling them what happened. So
Yeah.
to put that in, just to shorten that whole thing up, basically she's telling Sophia and Dr. Rush that Oz, she knew from a very early part of that Oz killed the two boys. And she tried to have him killed. She tried to put a hit out on her own son, which was kind of interesting, by the guy Rex that the Penguin
That
always
Oz,
talks about.
yeah, the guy that Oz idolized and thought was a great guy. His mother, who he loves and adores and would do anything, maybe even killed his own brothers for, wanted to put a hit on him by the
Right.
guy that he admired the most.
And he was going to do it. Like,
Yeah.
it was all set out in the works. I don't know why or how. They don't show you why or how she calls
I
off the hit.
I think it's because when they were dancing, he promised that he was going to take care of her or something like that. And I think that's why. But that was the week before. They never
Mhm.
really told you this in the last episode why she called it off.
Yeah. Then it goes back to, present day, to where they're in this bar now, right? It's present day. They're all tied up. And Sophia, she wants to hurt Oz at a much deeper level. She's going to kill him, but she wants to hurt him before she kills him.
Yeah.
And the way that she's doing that is she wants Oz to confess to killing his brothers to his mom, or else she's going to cut off the mom's finger, right? She's like, tell your mom that you killed your brothers, or I'm going to cut her finger off. And they start cutting her finger off with like a cigar
The guy cutter.
cutter. And he keeps lying through his friggin' teeth. He just
Yeah.
keeps lying through his
He's
teeth.
blaming it on her dementia. She doesn't know where you're sick, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
She's like, God damn it, Oz, it's my finger. Just, I know already. I know
Yeah.
you did it. Just tell
Yeah.
me. And he won't admit it.
And you see his face, and he's like, I think we've all been there at one point in our lives, right? As shitty as, like, I think we all know that shitty feeling to where we don't want to get in trouble. I mean, I did it as a kid, like you lie to your parents about something and unknowingly they know, but you don't know they know. And then they tell you they know, and you're like, oh, you feel really shitty.
Yeah.
And then you have a decision to make. You either then at that point fess up to it, or you just keep going on with your lie. And that's what he did. Right.
Yeah.
And Sophia was just like, what is wrong with you? Like, that was a great scene. Like, she looks at him. She's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like she was like Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Like, just like, I'm going to cut you were going to let me cut your mom's finger off, I got to say, Sophia had them on display, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I'm not an idiot.
Yes. I just, tell me. Yeah, she had them on display. Pretty nice. Good job, Sophia. Good on you.
She's great. She was amazing.
She was awesome.
And Vic
She was one of my
great
favorites.
too in this show.
Yeah. So now he gets away in a stupid little scene where he finds the strength.
They let his mother go, and she picks up a bottle, and she says, "I hate you. I've known all this time that it was you. I've hated you every day since that day," and then stabs him in the stomach with a bottle.
Right. Yeah. She shanks him, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, that would kill anybody. Like, he got stabbed like in the liver. Like that kills most people. And then she has a stroke. Like she goes.
She looks up and she sees her two dead kids. Like, she's hallucinating her two dead kids, like dripping wet, and then has a stroke and falls flat on her face.
Yeah. And that's when he musters up the strength to break his chair, get out of his bindings. He gets a gun, shoots some people. He grabs his mom and gets away.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, Victor is trying to convince all the mob bosses that they have to still be on Oz's side. At this point, Sophia then rounds up all the mob bosses that pledged their allegiance to Oz in the last episode, and says she pulls a John Wick on them and says, "You can have all of my territory. I'm leaving here, and whoever brings me Oz first gets to have all my territory and all my money and all my house and all this other shit."
Yeah.
So she puts a big bounty on Oz's head. Then Oz, I think that's when Oz goes to talk to the congressman or the
city councilman.
The city councilman to try to blackmail Sophia. Right? He tells the councilman that Sophia was responsible for the bomb and that the Maronis and Sophia were working together to push these drugs, and that if they go down into the rubble, they'll find the Maronis' bodies and all this. And we don't see that payoff till the end of the episode, which was a really cool payoff because I kind of forgot about that by the end of the episode. I don't know about you, but I didn't really see that coming. Then he comes out of speaking with the councilman, and Victor ends up getting like taken with one of the mob guys, like
one of the
Asian
triads guys, the young Asian guy. Young triad calls Victor and says, "Hey, we're looking for Oz. We know you're with him." And then he lets him know that he's with him. And then you think that the triads grab Victor and they're going to get Oz.
Right. I think the triads thought that too.
Yeah.
Because then he comes out and he doesn't see Victor in the car that he left him in. And he gets guns pointed at him by the Asian dudes and says, get in the car. We're going for a ride. And the head of the triad, the old Zhao, I think his name is, the old Asian guy, he calls up Sophia. So he tells Sophia, we got the Penguin. She says, meet me at Hangar 5 at the airport or whatever. and then she decides to burn her house. So she was never intending on giving anybody her territory or her house or her riches or anything like that. She was just using the mob bosses to get Oz. And then they get to the airport, and it's all the henchmen of all the mobsters. Not the heads of the mob, though, which was pretty interesting. It was only the head of the triad and the henchmen of the other triad members. And the old Asian dude thinks that they're going to make this transaction with Sophia. Like, he's under the impression that this is I'm going to give Sophia Oz, and Oz is going to kill him, and I get all her shit. And then Oz has this smirk on his face, and that's when Sophia knows that shit's going down. And all the triad members that called up Victor initially were actually thinking about joining with Oz and, mutinying against their bosses. So all of the little lesser known, kind of worker bees or whatever,
all the number
soldiers,
twos, all the number twos turned on the head of the crime families
of their respective families, right? So one of the Irish guys kills the head of the Irish mob. One of the girls kills the head of the girl mob. The Asian guy kills the head of the Asian triad or whatever. And Oz now has total control of everybody. And now he has Sophia. So he takes Sophia, and you think he's going to kill her, right? He drives her to an empty, abandoned warehouse somewhere in Gotham, makes her walk into like this high grass, makes her turn around, cocks his gun. And then all of a sudden you just hear police sirens. And basically now we go back full circle to when he was talking to the councilman, right? So he gave the councilman all the information that the councilman needed to make this story about Sophia and the Maronis. And now it's going to make him look really good as a councilman that he's cleaning up Gotham and all this shit. But he's going to be in the pocket of Oz, right? Yeah. He's going to be in the pocket of the Penguin. So they arrest her and they throw her in the fucking Arkham. They don't even throw her into jail. They throw her back into Arkham, which is even more messed up because you know what that place did to her.
Yeah, she'd rather die than go back there.
Right. And, Dr. What's his name? Rush. He's there and he's bringing her mail and he's trying to, I guess, comfort her. And that's where we get the Selena Kyle reference, right? He brings her a piece of mail and he says, you got this letter, and I know you get a lot of letters and it's mostly shit, but I think you should read this one. It's from your half sister, Selena Kyle. So that means her dad, Carmine, had an affair with Catwoman's mom at some point. And Selena
they talk about that in the movie.
Oh, do they? I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about Catwoman. She was the worst part of that movie.
Yeah, she tries to kill Falcone in that movie because she knows she's her step she's her he's her father.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you know what? I vaguely remember that now. Yeah, okay. So that's the stepsister. So maybe we'll start to see her in this show maybe next season or something like that. Let's see. We got a couple comments here. Gunner says, does the Batman movie take place before or after it's before this show?
Before.
Yeah, this show
takes place. The end of the Batman movie the first episode is a week after the end of the Batman movie.
Yeah. Because that's when with the flood that happens at the end of the Batman is what kills Victor's family in this show. Billy says, I wish Danny DeVito, the OG Penguin, cameoed in the finale. Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, that would have been fun.
That'd be good. Gunner also says he'll always be the Puerto Rican Juice from Sons of Anarchy to me. Who's the Puerto Rican Juice from the Sons of Anarchy? I never seen that show. I heard that's another good show. I gotta watch that one. So then what happens is like you look at the timestamp and you notice like there's another 10 minutes of this show. Like Sophia's in jail. Oz got away, has all the cartels on his side now. The councilman did his job. What else could there be? There's another 10 minutes here. And that's when your heart breaks at this moment because it pans to Oz and Victor sitting on a log.
First.
Oh, go ahead.
He goes back to he's going to celebrate with his mother at the hospital. He's got champagne and everything, and then he finds out that his mother had a massive stroke,
and she's a vegetable.
and she's a vegetable. And she made him promise her, if my body goes before my mind goes before my body,
Yeah.
pull the cord.
Kill it.
I don't
Yeah.
want to. Yeah, let me die. I don't want to live like that.
Right.
But he can't do that. He
Right.
needs he all this was his whole like motivation was to make her proud of him, right?
Right.
Um,
Hmm.
so he needs that for her to say to him, I'm proud of you. You did it. Oh, he needs that from her. But now she
Yeah.
can never do it because she had a stroke because he wouldn't say what happened or whatever.
Right.
And then after that,
Yeah.
it pans to him and Victor sitting by the river
Yeah.
on a bench.
And they're drinking some booze. They're lamenting about that they won and how everything's great. And Victor's so happy. And all he wants is a dad figure in his life
Yeah,
because he lost his dad and he looked up to his dad, and his dad died in the flood. And the penguin puts his arm around him. And at first I'm like, all right, this is kind of interesting. And then like he kept embracing him a little bit more and a little bit more. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then he fucking chokes out Victor. And it was like, do you remember in Infinity War when Peter Parker grabs onto Iron Man and says, I don't want to die. I don't want to die, sir. Sir,
yeah,
I feel funny. I don't want to die. It was the same kind of feeling because you didn't want Victor to die. Like I didn't like Victor at the beginning, and I really grew to really like him. And that's the sign of a good character, right?
yeah,
You start off, you really don't care, but then by the end you really grow to like Victor, and he just gets choked out. He gets strangled on the side of the fucking river like a
yeah.
piece of shit, and that's totally not the way he deserved to go out. And I don't know if he actually is dead. I'm assuming he's dead. His body
He's
falls to
dead.
the ground. You think
Yeah, he's
so?
dead. Yeah, he says to him, I can't have anybody use you like to get to me because
Yeah.
I like he really cares for him. He really
Yeah.
whatever like love he has in his heart, the very
Yeah.
little of it that he has, he loves Victor or whatever, but he can't have um
Any
Victor
distractions or
any
yeah.
distractions or have maybe one day Victor going against him or getting too
Yeah.
close to him and taking him out the way like the number two triad took out his boss.
Right.
So he's just nipping it in the butt now and getting rid of him because he could be a threat in the future.
But that
And
that that ruined the way I looked at Oz.
yeah,
And it's supposed to. It's supposed to.
suppose
They
it's
they yeah, they wanted you to have empathy and like Oz up until this point because the whole time, if you really look at his motivations are he wants to be loved by his mom, and it appears that he wants to give back to his city. That he keeps saying that the city's getting screwed, and the people are getting screwed, and I want to I want to help out my community like Rex helped out our community,
yeah,
right? Oh, but this at like the moment that Victor starts suffocating and is begging for his life, you're just like, you piece of shit. Like, oh my, like any empathy I had for you is
yeah,
gone. You're a monster,
yeah,
and you're irredeemable, and your mom was right, and she should have freaking killed you. And Rex should, oh man, the emotions that you had in a minute, in just a second, it was crazy.
yeah.
And
That
I didn't
look
see
in
it in my
his eyes too
yeah,
when it's all over and he's looking around
yeah,
to see if anybody did it, like he got away
yeah,
with another one.
yeah,
He's always and Sophia said it too. She's like, "You're a liar. All you do is lie. All you do is manipulate people
yeah,
and try to get your way."
yeah,
And she was right about him the entire time. He's a piece of garbage,
yeah,
and it was perfectly done. Like now you hate him.
yeah.
You couldn't go into Batman 2, feeling any remorse or
No,
any like he's like an anti-hero or something like that.
Yeah.
You have to hate him, and you do now.
But then it gets worse. Like you look at the timestamp again, and you're like, there's still 5 minutes. What are they gonna do? So then they made him like really into the Penguin that we know and love, or know
Yeah.
and hate, right? So they put him in this big pink Rolls Royce, this big fucking pink, purple Rolls Royce. They have him dressed in a tuxedo now with a gold vest. His
Mhm.
hair's friggin' slicked back. I think he might have even had a top hat at one point.
He had a top hat.
He had a top hat, and he has a big trench coat, and he goes up to the top of the in top of the building to the penthouse, because that's what he promised his mom, right? He promised his mom, "I'm going to give you the top, the room in the penthouse on the top of the building, so you can overlook Gotham." And he has her in her friggin' gurney, like with all the shit hooked up to her, just pointed out a window, looking over Gotham. And he thinks that this is what she wants. She wants him to see that this is his now. Like he's the ruler of Gotham City now. And a tear rolls down her face. Like, she's a vegetable, but she can hear stuff. She knows what's going on, but she can't act on anything. And it's really sad. And you see a tear roll down her eye, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you happy for me, Ma?" Like she thinks he's seeing that as tears of joy, when we all know that she just wants to fucking be dead, and she wants nothing to do with this piece of shit anymore. And then
and if you look at that scene, the big windows that she's looking out, there's bars on them, like so it looks like she's basically in prison. Right?
Oh, I didn't notice that.
She's prison in her mind, in her body, like, and then it's just so sad. And then it gets even worse.
Then it gets creepy, because he goes down into like his living room area, and his prostitute girlfriend is there. I think her name is Eve.
Yes.
And she's dressed in his mom's dress from when she took him out as a kid to that bar, the Maroney's bar. So there are a couple of flashbacks, I think 2 or 3 different flashbacks, where they show you young Oz going out with his mom to this fancy bar, the Maroney's bar. And she's wearing this like bedazzled kind of like flapper looking dress. And she's a young woman in the flashbacks.
Yeah.
So, she's much more curvy and a little bit more attractive. And he friggin' puts his prostitute girlfriend in the same dress. I don't know if it's the same exact dress or if it's just the style, but it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, looks exactly. It's a sequence dress. Dress.
Sequence. That's what it is, not bedazzled. And then, I'm not gay, so you know it, but I don't. But anyway, yeah. So he's dancing with her, and she's talking to him like she's his mom. And
she has her hair the same way too.
Yeah, it's all messy, and she's calling him my big strong boy, and he calls her Ma.
Yeah,
like,
tell me you're proud of me.
Tell me you're proud of me. Oh my god, dude, it got so weird and creepy. And I look at my wife, and I'm like, this got fucking creepy fast. And she's like, yeah, it did.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say this got really hot.
Yeah.
Matt's gonna say that.
Take out that foot of yours, Oz. Oh man! And then it ends on that, I think, right? It ends. No, it pans outside, and I'm like,
then it pans outside. It's snowing,
and I say,
and you hear it
cue
say,
the bat signal.
No one can stand against you now, Oz. And then you see a spotlight in the sky, and then the bat symbol goes up.
Yeah, I called that. I think everyone called that. I don't think I'm the only one. But I was like, cue the bat signal. I was like, ching, and there it was. And that was pretty cool. I don't think we're ever going to see Batman in this. Maybe we do. Who knows? That would be really cool if we did.
Well, we'll see what happens and if they do any other seasons. But I think the next movie is supposed to start like right after this, because it's starting to snow. It's supposed to be around the Christmas time.
Oh, okay.
So people don't know if it's. I mean, Penguin will probably be in it, but he probably won't be the main villain. Might be Mr. Freeze or something like that. Would be really cool.
Will that be considered a Christmas movie? Like Die Hard?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Isn't Rocky 4 on Christmas?
Batman Returns takes place around Christmas too.
It does. You're right. Yeah. You're right. Billy Judd has a question here. He says, so is the Joker still dead in the timeline between the movie and the show? Oh, he's in Arkham, I think.
He's in Arkham. The Joker's alive in Arkham.
Yeah,
The
he's alive
Riddler's in Arkham now as well.
Yeah, and Sophia.
And Sophia, the Hangman, is in Arkham.
Yeah. James Gunn came out and said there is no Joker show in the talks. Like, that was a big rumor that the Joker was getting a show.
Oh, okay.
And James Gunn came out and said, absolutely not. That is not a rumor, or should not be a rumor. It has not been in the talks.
But Gunner this universe is separate from whatever James Gunn is doing, right? This is his own separate universe.
Well, he's in charge of the DCU.
Yeah, I know, but this is not the same universe as his Superman.
It's not. It's not. Yeah. But I would assume that anything DC related has to go through him anyway, even if it's not part of his story.
Well, let's see where Batman 2 goes. Who's going to be in it? I assume they're going to have the Joker in one of these movies or whatnot.
If they didn't have Catwoman in the original The Batman, in my opinion, it could have been the best Batman movie ever. But the Catwoman storyline it didn't do anything for me. It took away from it for me.
Yeah, like, I started rewatching it. It's long. There's parts of it that I really like.
Yeah. You know what I liked about it? Did you ever see the movie Seven?
Yeah. It's raining all the time.
It felt like the movie Seven, because you have this psycho serial killer killing people, and you have the detective character Batman trying to figure it out the whole time. And to me, that would have been way more compelling than the side story of Catwoman and whatever the hell. I don't even remember what Catwoman did. You had to remind me that she had something to do with Falcone.
Yeah, I think her friend was killed who worked with her by Falcone.
Right.
So she wanted to get vengeance for that. And then the murder of her, I think she finds out that he murdered her mother.
Well, that gets brought up in this show, right? Because he was killing prostitutes. So her mom must have been one of the prostitutes that he killed.
Yes.
Yeah. Gunner said, Billy Judd says, but we saw Joker die in 1989. Well, yeah, well, this is a completely different universe.
Yeah.
This is not the same Joker. It's not the same Batman. Yeah. Completely different universe.
This is the Batman from the last Batman movie. What is it?
Yeah, the Batman.
The Batman. Yeah.
Oh, the Batman. Yeah. But all right. Well, I loved it. I can't wait for season 2 to come out. If it does, I know Colin Farrell said that he has agreed to be in the Batman 2. He has agreed to be Penguin in the Batman 2. I haven't heard anything about him agreeing to have a season 2 of this show.
Yeah.
But
it's 3 hours of makeup every day.
Yeah, for the right price, dude, they'll throw the right amount of money at him. I think.
Yeah.
If that's the worst thing in your life, you got to put some makeup on.
Well, maybe you got to say that too. So just in case, no spoilers. If he says he's only doing 2, maybe people think he's going to die in the second movie or whatever.
True.
Or whatever.
True.
He's probably not allowed to say what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was great. Great television. One of the best superhero TV shows
ever.
Would you think?
Ever. I think so. What besides Daredevil, to me, the first 2 seasons of Daredevil, even the 3rd season I liked, is the best superhero TV I've ever seen.
This is better than that.
This is better than Daredevil?
Yeah. There's way too much filler episodes. There's in Daredevil.
Well, how many episodes are Daredevil? Are they only 8 episodes as well?
Not filler episodes, but there are parts in those where there's way too much dialogue, like with his girlfriend and stuff. It bored the hell out of me at some point.
There are definitely characters in Daredevil that I couldn't stand.
Yeah.
That I did not feel that way, and not like I couldn't stand them as characters. Like I can't stand Dr. Ross or whatever his name is, Rush, but I can't stand him as a character, not as like an actor. Like there were the actors I couldn't stand. The lawyer friend, I can't even remember his name, and Karen. I couldn't stand Karen. Every time Karen was on the goddamn screen. Foggy Nelson. Foggy Nelson and Karen. I couldn't stand either one of those people. Yeah, but I loved the Electric character.
That's my point. Like whenever those two were on screen, like it just bothered me.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way for this season at this show at all.
Oh
I
no,
loved everybody that was
good.
on screen. That's a really good
Do
point.
you think Dr. Rush is gonna be like a Hugo Strange? Like that's the name
Oh,
of that psychiatrist, right?
yeah. I was thinking
Yeah.
more of because he's into the meds. I was thinking more maybe he's going to be Scarecrow, but I know that's not Dr. Rush.
Mm.
Let me see. Superhero TV shows. I mean, this could be another episode. Superhero TV shows. Let's see what we got here. We have a whole bunch of Superman ones: Smallville, Gotham, Heroes, Flash, Legion, Supergirl,
Yeah.
The Boys.
Heroes, I like Heroes. The first 2 seasons of Heroes was really good.
Dude, I love the first 4 seasons of Hero. Right before they started the Carnival. Whenever they started the Carnival seasons, that's when the show went downhill for me.
It was
But
during the
everything before
strike.
that was great. Oh yeah, I
The
never watched
strike was
Smallville.
I never watched
I never.
Smallville.
The first 2 seasons of Arrow were phenomenal, but I think I think
Yeah.
Penguin was better than the first 2 seasons of Arrow.
Yeah, you know, it's a
the first season of The
superhero.
Boys was
Is
good.
it really a superhero show though? There's no superhero in it.
It's a superhero world.
Okay.
It's a superhero world. I like the Titans. We should do this. We should make this an episode. That'll be 2
All
weeks
right.
from now or something. So next week we're gonna do our favorite reality
Reality.
TV shows, and the week after that we'll do superhero TV shows. We got some more comments here. Let's see. Gunner says, I like Daredevil better, but that's partly because of the action and fighting. Penguin, it's more about the deception and who's dying next. Both great shows. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. They're two completely different shows. One guy has superpowers, one guy doesn't. I get what you're saying. One's more action based than the other. You're absolutely right. He also says The Boys is the shit. I
I
didn't
tapped
watch
out of The Boys.
I've only
I
watched the first season. I
I
really liked the
tapped
first
out
season.
the first episode of season 3
Mm-hmm.
when they were at the orgy. I was like, I'm done. I'm not watching this anymore.
I kind of lost interest with the Nazi girl. Once the
Yeah.
Nazi girl got involved, I was like, I'm not digging this character.
Yeah. Season 1 was great. Season 2, I was forcing myself to watch it, but then season
Yeah.
3, I tapped out within 5 minutes of the opening scene. I was like, I can't watch
Wow.
this. Done. I am done.
Billy says if Ra's al Ghul gets his show, then Liam Neeson better reprise his role as the title character. That would be pretty good. Is it Raz or Raj? Never know how to pronounce that. Gunner says, has anyone seen the new Count of Monte Cristo? No, I haven't.
Oh, I didn't know they had a new Conor.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a new one.
I loved
did
the
like the old
original
one.
movie.
Yeah,
Well,
the
not the
original was
original movie, but I loved that movie from
Yeah,
the early 2000s.
Yeah, the
That's
remake.
really-
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. Same with the Three Musketeers, wasn't it? There was a Three Musketeers TV show on the BBC about 10 years ago.
Oh,
That was
really?
really good. It got two seasons and then just went away. That was a good show. That was a decent show. But all right, I think that's going to do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hour and 15 minutes. I think we did pretty good.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us on YouTube and Instagram and on Facebook or wherever you find us. You can check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all those things too. If you don't want to watch us on YouTube, we get that. But do subscribe to us. Comment on stuff. Comment in the section below there. You can become a Patreon too if you'd like. You can give us $1 a month and you can hear a half an hour extra content, or you can give us $3 a month and hear the extra content and ask us questions that we have to answer, or at least I have to answer. Okay. One more comment here. BX Gunner says it's French, but has subtitles. It's pretty good. Okay. I'll check that out.
What, on Netflix? It's on Netflix, BX?
Is it on Netflix, BX Gunner? And he also says he's about to watch Gladiator 2. I just saw a commercial for Pepsi and Gladiator 2, and it really it's making me not want to watch this movie. Have you seen the new commercial?
No.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I wanted to show this. Hold on, before we leave, I want to show this. Our own Matt Pegno called Victor dying, and he wanted to gloat about it. So he showed me the exact spot in the show where he says this, and he says it's 147.26. 147.26. Ruthless, bloodthirsty gangster Oz after that. I think it's gonna be. I think that's when it's really gonna amp up. Let's see. And I hope so. That's what I'm hoping for. You know,
because he's going to. So that's
Wait, Steve, mute your mic.
Mute my mic. Okay, hold on.
It makes me think about what's going to end up happening to Victor, because I feel like he's going to have to kill Victor.
Or maybe Victor gets too greedy.
Or something's going to happen. Because we have to remember,
but nothing about Victor has showed me that he's greedy. If
That's
anything,
why I said
it. He's used everybody to get ahead. He's just using Victor now.
He was, but Victor was. Okay, I'm trying to think of the.
Well, there you have it. He called it. Matt, he called it. So good on you, Matt. He wanted to gloat about that for a little bit. But anyway, yeah, so back to this Pepsi Gladiator commercial. Let me see if I can find it. Pepsi
Gladiator. 1, 2, 3 movies. That's where he's watching it. I haven't used that in so long. That thing still works. 1, 2, 3 movies.
All right. I'm gonna mute my mic again. I want you to watch this commercial, okay?
Back. Indeed, it is. What is your fantasy team looking like?
It's stacked.
Mm-hmm.
I got Travis Kelce and
I really gotta stop.
Silence!
Are you ready?
Silence! Open the gates. Hey, I don't see competition. I don't let haters stop me. I do my big one every time because I know it's watching. I'm the one to beat. Make them get on their feet. I'm the one that got your best fighter losing sleep. Still when they doubt they sleeping. Step 2, I'm the one they believe in. Step 3, I got 2 yards on. Step 4, now they out playing defense. Step 5, build my team up. Mud on your face, get cleaned up. Bring them out, ready to eat. I'ma use what's left to pick my teeth. Hey, for you, hard work.
Okay, I've seen that.
Watch the way I grew, baby. Once you pick it.
What's going on? Like,
so Pepsi's has done commercials like this for the last 20 years.
When you think of Gladiator, it's one of the most epic films.
But
it's
is
not
it
a
for
movie.
the movie Gladiator or is it for the NFL?
Hold.
What? Are you not entertained?
Grab a Pepsi and make your game day epic.
Oh.
Yeah, it's for Gladiator.
All right. Well, it's for Pepsi and NFL as well, too.
It's not. This makes it seem like it's a stupid fucking movie. It's not a stupid fucking movie. It's like one of the best films ever created. It's a fucking. It's the big one. The won the Oscar. What do you call it? Not movie of the year. Is it best? Is it best picture?
Did you see this?
Oh,
it's not out yet.
No, it's not out yet.
Okay.
Gunnar says he's about to watch it. I don't know where he's watching it.
1, 2, 3 movies.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 movies. It's better than Superbox, I guess. What else we got here? Oh, that kills the whole vibe.
Pepsi's been doing commercials like this with sports athletes. They used to do it all the time with soccer players.
Really?
Beckham is Beckham is in a Wild West one with Pepsi. think he's in a Gladiator one as well, with Pepsi.
It's
Yeah,
just
they used to do this all the time.
it doesn't make me want to watch it. Like, as I love that movie so much, dude. Like, that's one of my favorite movies of all time because of how serious and how good of a film it is. And that just makes me not want to see this remake.
Yeah,
The
but how
sequel's
the hell
going
is
to fall
Pepsi?
short.
How is Pepsi gonna advertise for or do a commercial for Gladiator? I mean,
How about just don't? How about just have a fucking football commercial? It was a football commercial.
yeah.
Just do a fucking football commercial. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's stupid. That's fine. It's fine that you don't think it's stupid. I think it's stupid.
Nah, I think it's a stupid commercial. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but like I
think
don't
I think it's
the
bringing
fact that
down
it's
the movie.
the fact that it's connected to Gladiator doesn't bother me. Whatever.
Gladiator.
Gladiator. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong. I think I downloaded the wrong one.
All right. I just wanted to get that out there. What else did I have? I thought of something else at the very end, but oh well. Oh, I
Sure.
heard a cool story about Gladiator, about the original plot. Did you know Proximo died like during the filming of that movie? The guy who played Proximo.
Yeah.
And apparently the whole storyline was going to be different. He was going to be, because Proximo was an ex-gladiator,
Yeah.
right? And you know the guy who he kills, like the big giant gladiator that he faces with all the tigers?
Yes.
He has the big, thing on
The
his
big-
face.
Yeah. Cool
He
helmet.
says, "Oh, for us about to die, we salute you." That guy. That was
Yeah.
supposed to be Proximo. Like, the emperor was going to make Gladiator kill Proximo.
Oh.
Like, against his will, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
But the guy died, so they couldn't do that scene. They hadn't
Oh.
shot it yet, so they had to redo like half the film.
So they
And it
had
still
to
came out.
get a big monster of a man to fight
Yes.
him, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
And
like
then-
the
and then
mountain
rewrite-
at the time.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, subscribe to us on YouTube, hit that bell, subscribe to us on Instagram and all that other stuff. And until next week, I'm Mav.
I'm Seb.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.